rainstorm. Okay. So that was interesting. But yeah, so that's the whole point of the show, is trying to like get Ken depossessed, then Ira to master her psychic powers and everything, and then other casts come in, and the story expands, right? So that's basically it. But I really like it. I really looking forward to season 3. Could just read the manga and just see what happens, but for this one, I'll just wait for it to come to the conclusion. Also, I didn't know this, but back in the day when I was watching anime, where like if an anime finishes, if anime finishes and like the ending of the anime, you can just go read the manga, maybe start to finish, because the manga and the anime could be different. Some stories are not told in the anime. Like they might take the main story and make that the point of the anime, but in manga mostly sometimes there'll be side stories and other stuff which adds up to the main story, right? Basically, let's say anime is like a straight road, and then the manga like maybe other different roads that intertwine with the main story, right? So you probably could read the manga. It's probably faster, right? Because an episode of anime is 20 minutes. You could probably read a chapter in 5. Less if you're a good reader, fast reader. So you could finish the manga faster than you finish the anime, and if you really want to like see the visuals, you watch the anime. So that's my thinking on that. But in terms of the score, I think I'll give it a 7 out of 10. It's very good, very decent in terms of the new gens that are coming out, right? Because I'm an old school, because I like Dragon Balls, Bleach, and Naruto, right? The big 3, as they say. And then One Piece as well. It's also there. I love One Piece as well. Updated to the latest chapters. Very interesting what's happening. You should read One Piece. I feel like you should watch the anime, because there's like 1,000 episodes of One Piece. So you just watch the anime, and then you can just read the manga when the anime ends. I think that'll be good, because you can just watch every episode while you're catch up with the manga. That's what my thinking. But that's my thinking, guys. You tell me what you guys think in the comments, and we can discuss that. Thank you. Hello, guys. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, where we talk about anime, romance, TV shows, movies, etc. with your host, the only one, the one himself, the RomaticReviewer, right? So today we want to talk about Dandadan. I want to say that right. There you go. So the main cast is Aira, the female lead, and then the male one's Ken. So basically, Ken, the guy, is like an otaku, right? Gets bullied in high school because he likes, he's an otaku about aliens, which is obsessed with aliens, right? He reads the magazines, he knows a lot about that. So we meet him like that, getting bullied and stuff. And then Aira is like, a gal, pseudo gal, maybe say halfway through that. And then she's popular-ish in school and stuff. So she stops Ken from getting bullied. Then Ken uses as an opportunity to become friends with her. Then he just starts talking about like aliens and stuff. A great way to pick up girls. Just talk about aliens. That's how you do it. It's just someone should read a book. That's how you do it. That's how you do that. So he starts talking about aliens. So anyway, then Aira's like, get away from me, what are you talking about, terrible stuff. But then he tells, later on we find out that he's doing it because he doesn't have any friends, so the only way he knows how to make friends is talk about aliens. I don't know, it's just, there you go. But anyway, so that happens. So they make a bet, like, then Aira is like a spiritual, not like a spiritual person, like her mom's like she wards off spirits, right? So she grew up in that kind of household, in a shrine and everything. So she believes in ghosts and stuff like that. So they're like, okay. So Aira, you go to an abandoned hospital where they're known to be alien abductions. And then Ken, you go to an abandoned tunnel when girls have been kidnapped by this turbo granny, right? And then if you see which one's real, right? It's about seeing which one's real. So they are on call. They both go to their locations. So it turns out that they're both real. Aliens kidnap Aira, and then the Turbo Granny attacks Ken. So what happens is, the aliens are trying to probe her, and then Ken is trying to escape from the Turbo Granny, but Turbo is in the name. He's not outrunning her, right? I like the play on words, fast granny. Okay, see what the author did there. It's pretty funny. But so he gets possessed by the Turbo Granny, and then Aira's on the call about to get probed. Then he transports to her on an alien spaceship. I don't know. I mean, at that point, you have to suspend your belief. I don't know, but she goes transport to her with the phone, with the walkie-talkie, whatever. I'm like, okay, here we go. This is gonna be. I mean, I guess the aliens and ghosts and demons were not enough. We gotta add this too. Okay, great. So anyway, he comes in this Turbo Granny and tries his best, but he gets beaten up. But then Aira, apparently, I wasn't told about this. She has like psychic powers, and she's like uber overpowered OP, and then she beats up the aliens and stuff, right? And they come back anyway a few episodes later. So I guess that doesn't mean anything. So they beat up the aliens and they crash the spaceship to Earth, and then they have to like try to get Ken depossessed by the Turbo Granny. And my question is like, so first of all, nobody who watches the sky for a living doesn't notice a UFO. Fine, okay. But nobody who lives on Earth doesn't notice a crashed spaceship in the middle of the world. I mean, in the middle of Japan. Like, it literally crashes into like a road where people drive cars. I'm like, no one's gonna report this. No one's gonna talk about it. Okay, all right. So anyway, they go to the Ira shrine to get him dispossessed, like where she lives. But then they get attacked again by another. I think this one was an alien. All right. So they beat that one up. That was pretty cool, actually. The fight scenes are actually pretty nice in terms of like the way they different, like the powers they have, how they use them together in synergy. Because you have to beat the aliens in a specific way. Like, I think it was a sumo wrestler. So for a sumo wrestler, you have to knock him out of the ring or knock him on his feet. So they did that. So they won there. And then you have different other storylines that come with it, of course. But there's so many storylines we can't be good. There's like 2 seasons, of course. It's on Netflix if you want to watch that. So there's different aliens and demons that come to beat them up or get revenge for what they did. So overall, I think the anime is greatly exaggerated, but it's an anime, so you get what you paid for. So it's greatly exaggerated, but it's pretty fun. The fight scenes are cool, aesthetics are cool, the visuals are cool, the moments they share together are cool. Right? Was Aira has a crush on someone called Ken, like a pop star or whatever, and then Ken, the otaku nerd, also has his name's Ken, first name's Ken. So coincidences are raining like